Hi, everyone, and welcome. We are so excited to have you join us here tonight as we raise funds for Project Hope. This is an amazing organization who is on the ground in Lebanon, providing medical care and supplies to children's and families that have become a large scale health and humanitarian crisis. Among others, they are raising funds and helping out families in Gaza and so many other places all over the world. Whether you are watching on Twitch or on YouTube, you can go to our pinned tweet. Twitter, yikes. You can go to our pinned chat to go straight to our Tiltify campaign where you will donate straight towards Project Hope. While you're donating on our Tiltify campaign, you might notice that there are some really fun ways that you can incentivize us and help shape our game. For a $10 donation, you can give anyone on stream, and you know what? I'm going to make the call right now. Anyone on stream that's a player, not a game master, you can give them a reroll for $10.
I don't roll dice, so it's okay.
All right, perfect. He's in, folks. For a $25 donation or more, you can give two extra dice to us in our dice pool, and it sounds like we might need those. For a $35 donation or more, this one does include James. You can make anyone roll on the calamity table. Our calamity table is very, very similar to a wild magic surge table. For a $50 donation or more, you can name the next NPC or thinking things like Billy, Bo, Bob, not slur, 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 slur. Let's keep it good, appropriate, and nice. And for a $100 donation, you can make everyone on this table roll on the calamity roll. We do have a matching gift donation right now. $250 is going to be matched by Bogus Cheesecake, an amazing Alaskan based TTRPG company making unique content and systems. And for everyone who donates today, you'll get entered in to win a $50 gift card to Heartbeat Dice. I know if you're watching this that you are a dice goblin and you probably are thinking about getting more dice right now. Don't lie to me and don't lie to yourself. Friends, my name is Jess. My pronouns are they, them, theirs, and I have actually forgotten one more thing that I want to tell y'all about. I am going to put our auction tag into the chat right now. Not only are we doing this charity stream supporting Project Hope in November, but we also have a TTRPG charity auction that is happening. If you're like me, you're thinking, hey, I want to get my holiday shopping done early. If you go to that link, there are 20 different TTRPG related packages like dice and character commissions and TTRPGs and all sorts of things that you can get your hands on while also supporting Project Hope. So, again, my name is Jess. My pronouns are they, them, theirs, and today I am playing Kitty, who goes by Kit, whose pronouns are also they, them, theirs. Their color and style is translucent, so they are a shy kid. Their powers are telepathy with animals. Their number is 2, and their item is a smart talking teddy bear. For that, I am using Chopper, and my goal is to make a human friend. And I will popcorn it over to Matt.
Hello, everybody. I am Matt. My pronouns are he, him, and I am going to be playing Blythe today. Blythe is a, a character, a little girl with she, her pronouns, and she has the green spice power as her power. She has laser eyes, which I'm super excited to see come out tonight, and yeah, she uses a super stretch dinosaur yo-yo as her weapon of choice or protection of choice. My objective is to do something that's going to impress everybody and everyone's going to think it's super cool. And yeah, I'm pumped. Let's do it. I'll popcorn it over to Ava.
Hello, my darlings and dears. It's your Madam Ava here. Today I'm going to be playing Lucretia St. James, but you can just call me Lucretia. We both use she, her pronouns. If you haven't guessed, she's a spoiled rich girl. Her color is purple. She can do mind control, and her item is a compact of reflection and positive affirmations, because we all need that during this time. And my goal is to be treated like a grown up. So Let's get to it, y'all. I'm gonna pass it to Darby.
Royal purple.
Ooh.
Well, hi, hello. My name's Darby, otherwise known as Chaotic Darby on the internet. I use she, they pronouns, and today I'll be playing Minnie, who is pink, everything nice color. Her power is a sonic scream, and her item is a bulletproof security blanket, and she just wants to make it to nap time. She's ever so tired. So, and she uses she, her pronouns. So, yeah, kick it in.
Everybody's so cool. Hey, I'm Ian, or your boy Big on all socials. Today I am playing Scratch. They use he, him pronouns as well as do I. My color is red or rowdy. My power is pyrokinesis. My number is 4, and my special items are my headphones of blasting and chill that just kind of stay on my head the whole time. And of course, my goal, as with any rowdy rough boy, is to be the most popular and to show off my powers. That's it. Oh, over to James.
Thank you, my friend. I'm James. I will be your humble game master. I use he, him pronouns. And as an announcer, a disembodied voice from the sky, they use they, them pronouns because disembodied voices from the sky have no gender. It's merely a construct. We all just talk like this sometimes. As we jump into this game, you're going to notice a few special things that happen. Step number 1. No harm will come to these children because they're all super strong and can fly and like lift cars and do all sorts of crazy things. This is a G-rated game. All acts of gratuitous violence purported by the characters and or any NPCs will be covered with whap, pow, kablam, and will be censored for the audience at home. One of the things that plays a vital role in Powerpuff Girls is Chemical X, a volatile substance behind all of your superpowers. Once per game, every player can choose to roll with Chemical X. You can add 3d6 to that one roll. However, if you try and do so, you need to succeed with at least 3 dice, and something spectacular will happen. That said, once a game, don't use it lightly. Only high stress situations. Maybe use some bonus dice donated by the audience to make sure it goes off without a hitch. Likewise, Lasers and Feelings is a D6 based system. Any bonus dice that are donated through the Tiltify link can be pulled from a pool. Any player can pull those dice from the pool. We currently have 2. Once they're used, they're gone. Use as many or as few of them as you'd like to. They can always be replenished via donation. Jess, did I miss anything?
I don't think so.
Excellent. That said, we're going to jump into our game. You guys all ready? Beautiful. Cue City of Generica music, please, if you would, Jess.
Oh, it's been cued.
Amazing. The City of Generica. We come down to the preferred child care play school home, where we find our 5 kindergarten-aged super Powerpuffs, kicking it, old school, wooden toys and blocks, Montessori style. Everybody's having a good time. There's Blythe sitting over in the corner, just like playing with yo-yos, learning some sick new tricks that they saw on the Y-tubes. And just on the other side is Scratch, probably like drawing something onto a desk with black pen, I can only imagine. Maybe red pen, who knows? Off to one side, surrounded by friends and adored by many, we have Lucretia St. James, just living their best life, adored by millions, or at least the few, like almost dozen kids that go to this kindergarten. staying reasonably quiet over in one corner, seeming to have an interesting conversation with the hamster that's in a glass tank and the fish tank that's right beside it. We see Kitty, that is Kit, having an in-depth conversation about thermodynamics and physics that is entirely too much for the other children to handle, but this hamster is showing them what's for. And last, but certainly not least, off in one corner with a blankie wrapped cozily around them, sitting crisscross applesauce on a squishmallow. Thank you for the raid, Tulok the Barbarian, of 52 people on Twitch. Sitting crisscross applesauce on a squishmallow that is shaped like a certain Disney entity with long green ears. We have Minnie just hanging out. It's baby Grogu. It's a thing. Your kindergarten class is the best class. You know that because you have more stars on the wall than the other class. The other class is run by the mean teacher at school. Your arch nemesis. You don't know her name. You just know that she's called the mean teacher by all of the other children. The ones that came before, in the before times. Your teacher, Miss Bessie Bye, adores you, loves you, showers affection on you. The mean teacher is just stern and takes away your snacks when you're just trying to have fun. Like, not a very nice person at all. As you're sitting around living your best lives, the phone rings on the wall. And Miss Bessie Bye quickly runs to answer it. It's attached to the wall by a cord because that's the time period that we're working in right now. And she's, oh my, what could it be? Quickly, Kit, Lucretia, Blythe, Scratch, Minnie, your parent figure is on the phone. Professor Mayer, they have some urgent news. What do you do?
Did our parents say exactly what the urgent news is?
Well, I've got it written right here. It seems that they're going to be having a special guest over tonight, and you need to be all on your best behavior. I need you to make sure that you wash up before the end of the day and put on your best clothes and brush your hair. Miss Womp 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 Womp, as she utters the name of the other teacher out loud, it seems we'll be coming over to your house for dinner with Professor Mayer.
Not her.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness, Professor Mayer. Minnie, calm down. Professor Mayer?
Minnie, I have to inform you that, as we've discussed, your sonic scream is not an appropriate place, or it has no appropriate place in kindergarten. Please use it outside, directed not at any people.
Minnie goes and sticks her head out the window and just...
No, you guys, I'm with Minnie because Mrs. Womp 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 Womp. It's very kind of mean.
Yeah, she could kick rocks.
I think Scratch.
I could kick rocks at her.
Well, and like in that, we will not name this network type way. It's just that flash of red over to the phone, and he's just like, can I? And it's like the little hands.
I love it. I'm just going to quickly point out we've got 2 rerolls sitting in the pool donated by Sunbro Saxon. So if you guys would like, you have 2 bonus dice currently and 2 rerolls that you'll be able to use.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And
Yahoo.
as all of this takes place and occurs, you wrestle with your internal turmoil, knowing that the mean teacher will be coming over to your sanctum, your fortress of like awesomeness, and they'll be cohorting with your parent. We've not assigned any kind of agenda to Professor Mayer, and I'm going to try and play that straight the entire game and keep it like accurate.
Straight,
because all
I'm
I see
pretty
is
sure that our parent is actually gay. Thank you very much.
You know,
No.
done.
Straights? Do we have any here? I'm kidding.
Hydrate or die straight.
You guys, I don't really want to go home, if we have to see her. What if we just, like, run away and live in the mountains?
I would run away with the
No, 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 no. I know what this is all about. Clearly, the bad teacher has realized that I'm super grown up and wants to award me with the award of super grown upness. And clearly, we have to celebrate me because I'm awesome.
That's not a real award, Lucretia. Nobody has an award of super
You don't
awesome.
know that. You don't
I
know
do
that.
know that because I'm the oldest.
know that.
All of you are 5, and I'm 5.5.
Well, at least the teacher likes me more.
It occurs to you that Scratch can't do math, and being siblings created from a vat, it's like 5 seconds, not a half a year. He's not wrong, though.
He's not wrong. Hey,
I'm still liked more, so meh.
I would like, if I may, to have everyone roll on a D100 because an anonymous donor has just given us a calamity roll.
Let's get wiggity whack.
Let's do it.
Where'd my dice go?
Where will my eclipse
All
die?
right, let's grab that calamity table.
Ooh.
Is that-
I rolled a 100. I don't think I've ever rolled a 100 on a D100 before.
Wow!
That
you
Either
win.
incredibly
You
good
win
or
already.
incredibly bad.
Instant win.
You know, I wrote this calamity table and I remember putting most of the bad stuff at the end.
Oh my goodness.
Great.
How would you guys like to resolve all of these calamities?
Number
In
order.
what order?
I'll go
Well, I think we got to start with
first.
100.
Yeah.
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 That's got to be the start.
Highest first, yeah.
Suddenly, amidst thinking about all of these things and what you're going to do, you're ambushed by a small group of thespians roaming the town wildly. They are pre-teen thespians that are just really into the stage and Hamlet and stuff. Because they got to like the 7th grade and started getting into Shakespeare, and they just really, really owned it. Made it their whole identity.
Relatable.
So I met them before?
Absolutely. You've seen them from the junior high school across the street, doing nefarious things like soliloquies in the street where they're not supposed to do soliloquies.
Well, they make me very nervous, and as a shy kid who would rather be translucent, I'm going to take out my teddy bear, who acts as my voice for me, and say, not me, my teddy bear is speaking to them. What is the meaning of this? What do you want?
God, I love it.
Go ahead and roll me power.
I rolled a 4.
Your number is 2. So with power, you want to roll under your number. You have failed spectacularly. And they say unto you in total preteen, the way that teenagers do, huh, look at this one. Oh, sorry. Huh, look at this one over here with their little stuffed teddy bear. Huh. Stupid babies. You guys don't even know what's coming. We're gonna run this place soon, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Cannot believe that these buttheads are talking to me like this, and I'm going to assume that there are rats under the ground, and I am going to, because rats live in sewers and there are sewers under the ground, and I'm going to telepathically ask the rats to come to my aid.
I like that. So that is very much a puff thing. That is passionate intuition. You can roll 2 dice for this, 2d6. And you're trying to get over your number of 2.
I rolled 2 3s.
Perfect. That is a success. Something interesting happens here, and the building disappears based on the 59 that I rolled. And as it disappears, you see well down clear into the basement, there's just like pipes and wiring and a horde of rats coming up from the sewers, like just like in the movie Wanted, looking for peanut butter. And all of these thespians are like, "Oh no, these are my Doc Martens. How dare you? They're soiling all of our clothes. I need this for my theater attire later, for the big plan." And they start just like getting the ick because they're also still children. I like it.
Will you go away now? I'm crying. My teacher's coming.
Darby, what was your number on the chaos table? Or the calamity table? 60. Nice.
Nice. Everybody has to say nice. Come off mute.
All, like super icked out. They look down and the rats have eaten holes in all of their shoes. All of them. Their little like stinky socks are sticking out the front of their shoes.
Oh, this is perfect.
Ew.
Wow.
Sad.
Ava,
Sad.
what was your number?
83.
83. I love it. Lucrezia cannot tell a lie for the next 30 minutes of gameplay.
Oh, that's easy. She never lies anyway.
I love it.
Show to the board. Take it to the board.
Scratch. What'd you go?
79.
79. Love it. You look over, and you're seeing this happen, and your siblings just like standing up for themselves and like really like showing some gumption. And you're like, oh man, this would be a really cool time to show off my powers. And you look over and you see this big tall mirror that's there that has like a height marker attached to the side of it. And it's just a whole lot of marks right near the bottom because this is a kindergarten. And you see all of your siblings, but you don't see your own reflection. You've gotten so chill that you no longer have a reflection. You're just that like.
He's like this, and he looks over and he's like,
it's very distracting.
You just see him staring, and like he takes his headphones off and he's just looking at the mirror. He's
just floating there. Everybody else sees Scratch doing some Tai Chi.
He's like, guys.
I've never seen him this chill before. He's always just like way more intense.
And Matt, what's Blythe doing?
Yeah, Blythe got 27 on her calamity roll.
Oh, I love this. So right next to you is Scratch, and for the next 5 minutes, Scratch, you're looking at this mirror and you don't see your own reflection, and you turn to the left, and where Blythe used to be is your reflection standing there.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of this. It's a lot of da-da-da, da-da-da.
But everything like
the pointing, the like Spider-Man pointing
Yeah,
going
yeah.
on. Blythe is like kind of reveling in this and is trying to kind of mess with Scratch a little bit. So maybe doing like the little bunny ears behind in the mirror, being like, "Do you see me?" Because you know Scratch is so focused on doing his Tai Chi moves that yeah, Blythe's doing like the little fingers behind the ears, behind the head. Maybe like taking the Velcro off of Scratch's shoes and like attaching them to one another, just kind of messing with them a little bit.
You got the Velcros. I love it.
Hey man, the hot lights,
Ooh.
the Batman 20s.
And suddenly, the kindergarten appears once more, but like 10 feet shifted to the left and on its side a little bit because of the calamity rolls.
Jeez.
Yeah, mine, it forces it to disappear and reappear like 10 feet to the left.
Honestly, I kind of like it that way.
It's a little on its side, but the desks are meant to go this way. It's pretty cool for anybody that can fly.
I actually think
It's
that it looks a
abstract.
lot better that way.
Exactly. It's abstract.
Now it's
And
goes
you- I
behind
mean-
my desk.
Are
You
the
hear from
teenagers
behind.
still there, like being jerks?
You hear from behind you. The thespian preteens are still in front of you. Just they're like, oh God, our wardrobes? No. They're like, you guys always ruin everything. Ugh, I hate being in class with you. And you turn around and there's a ginger child inexplicably in a lab coat. And little black boots. This is Dilton. And he's the smartest kid in school.
You
Like-
making fun of us with a name like Tilton?
Like he is just as smart, if not smarter, than this super smart chopper. Like they have like countdown battles every now and again.
That's not true. The smartest person in class is Kitty. Points at Kitty.
Jess isn't smart enough to play a super smart 6-year-old, but they're gonna do their best.
Yeah. You were having a conversation about thermodynamics with a hamster. Canonically, I made that up on the
Yeah,
spot. But it worked.
and I was very nervous when you said that.
I saw the fear in your eyes.
Jess, please regale us of your multi-layered theory.
Mhm.
So the thing is that when you take layers and you apply it to a hamster, there's going to be some dynamics that make it thermo, and thermo is hot. And you know what's not hot? Big, mean, sticky teenagers that have holes in their shoes.
Heyo.
Smart.
Done. And from behind, Dill's like, oh, you guys are the worst. You're gonna pay for the. You know what? I'm gonna take you down a peg. Come on, boys. And Dilton goes to leave the kindergarten, and Miss Blessyby says, Dilton, you know that you're not allowed to do this. And he's like, stick a sock in it, lady. And he reaches into his pocket and he pulls out a long, square-looking device that should not have fit in this child's pocket by any stretch. Like he reached behind himself and he pulled something massive out. And it's got a big antenna on it with circles around it, and like an emitter of some kind. And he hits the big red button. And as the button is struck, waves fly out through the city. And with the exception of the characters and the prepubescent thespians, everyone around you starts slowly turning into animals. Rats! Because they're there. You can't tell which rats are rats and which ones were your friends from the kindergarten.
I start telepathically messaging to all of them saying, are you just a rat, or were you my friend in class?
I was absolutely your friend in class, and you should find a way to make me never be a rat again.
Okay, but is your name Cindy or is your name Sarah? Because there's a difference in how we'll proceed.
It can be both of those things, whatever you think is best.
Are you just a rat now? Are you a rat trying to be a human? Because that sounds like something that Sarah would say, and Sarah and I aren't friends.
I need to go. And it scurries away.
Just from across the way. Kitty, what did the rat say? What did the rat say?
The rat was doing a real Sarah thing.
Ooh, really good.
Sarah.
It
Ugh,
was probably
Sarah.
Sarah, maybe.
Hmm.
And with that, Dilton, riding on the shoulders of these prepubescent thespians who have not changed, you hear cackling in the background.
Well, we have to
As-
go after him. He's got the button.
You
Wait,
hear a voice hanging from the phone, attached to the wall that is suddenly there again. And it's going beep, beep, beep.
Wait,
Now,
is it a
girls. Hello? Hello?
Race
I
to
got
the
it, I got it,
door.
I got it.
No, I got it. No, I got it. No, get it.
Shoves. You can grab the phone.
Just dramatically tumbles.
Hello, hello. This is Lucretia.
What are they saying? What are they saying? And like,
What is,
Blythe
who is
like
it? Who's on the
bouncing
phone?
beside
Who
you.
is it? Who was it?
Ah, Lucretia. That's excellent, excellent. Sorry, I was speaking with Miss Blissyby. This is Professor Mayer. This is, of course, your parental figure.
Hi, Professor Mayor.
Please make sure I know that you are the one best suited to this task.
Uh-oh.
Make sure that all of your siblings are clean and presentable and not disheveled and covered in rubble or that heinous slime from the last time when you fought that giant slime monster that was destroying Generica. We have a very special guest coming over tonight, and I think they might be a very important person to me. I want you to do your best to make sure that you're home on time, clean, washed, and ready for supper. This is a very important night, and I will be very, very upset and sad if it doesn't go according to plan.
Understood. And I'll also get rid of the rats. Goodbye. And hangs up.
As you go to hang up, you hear, "Hey, what? You're not supposed to be." Ah! And then the phone hangs up.
Oh, parental unit.
I think something happened to Professor Mayer. And also, I think he may be dating. They may be dating the bad teacher.
Just in the background, you hear like a table break as Scratch goes, "What?" and just slams his hands. on
You're
the
not
desk.
supposed to break the tables.
Oh,
You broke them 2 weeks ago. Stop it.
tries to put it back. I can't do it. He's also covered in slime, like that slime that
Okay.
kids play with.
Just because.
Just because.
We'll mind control you to clean up later, but we have other things to deal with. There
I
are
love it.
thespians carrying a weird science kid, and there's rats.
There's rats all over the ground. They're some of them are in place. They are eating at the goldfish crackers and Teddy Grahams and all sorts of non-specific. I don't know what snacks you guys have in America, but like that's what we eat up here for our babies. And
Snickers cookies with the pink and white ones with the little dots on them.
and arrowroot cookies because they were my jam.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
totally a thing. That
See, many
said,
Americans, but huh? What that?
there's more rats than there are kindergartners in this room.
Did the teacher get turned into a rat?
Absolutely, they did.
Oh,
They're just a
They're-
slightly bigger rat with
Just like-
a giant, we're gonna say, flaming red curly mop of hair, like Miss Bellum from the original series,
Oh.
impeccably dressed.
Well, I'm
So
gonna
this
go
means
to
we're
the-
in charge now, right?
My time has come.
Oh boy.
Immediately goes to the cubbies and like just snacks. It's just a fury cloud of like crackers and cheese and Capri Suns.
I love
Yeah, and Blythe's going right for the stickers that they only give out when we do stuff like, we do the right thing. And
It's
Blythe is just like putting stickers all over herself, putting some on the rats, being like, you get a sticker, and you get a sticker, and you get a sticker.
You all just turn and Blythe is just like got a sticker on their nose.
Yeah, exactly.
Suddenly, all of a sudden.
Well,
Nice.
Or
you
does
guys,
Scratch have it on their nose?
No, Scratch has just got stuff on his
Blythe
face.
looks exactly like you and is
Oh.
your reflection.
Still.
Thanks, Chaos.
How did you? How do you
well,
keep getting out of here?
you guys, I mean, do you think maybe that we should be like bad just because our teacher got turned into a rat?
What kind of bad?
Well,
No. No.
yeah, like I feel like maybe we shouldn't go through all of the stuff. And like I do like stickers, but isn't it more fun to earn your sticker when we do good stuff?
Yeah.
We did. We're not rats.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, but don't you think it's because we are magically created that we're not turning into rats and they're just ordinary people and we should make a better example?
Well, no, I
Should
think
we
it's
try to
because we're
think?
perfect, but
That
all
too, but I
examples are
didn't want to
better
say
with different
that.
You guys are no fun.
Should we like go chase Dilt boy, Dilt guy,
Dilton.
Dilton? Dilton,
Yes.
but
did you get the
Mhm.
blood?
yeah, do you think that we could chase Stilton and then be home by 5 or whatever time our parental unit said, and then we could kind of like chase that lady out of our life?
Yeah, I mean it's like only what time is it?
Call it just before nap time. So just it's about 10:30 in the
10:30.
morning.
10:30. Oh my god. Well, it's almost nap time. Maybe we go to nap time first, and then we go find them.
Or what we could do, Scratch can carry you as you take your nap as we try to find the nerd.
Scratch is curled up on a desk already asleep.
Okay, alternatively, I'll talk to the rats and see if we can make a rat parade for you to lay down on.
Yeah, rat parade.
I like that.
Minnie's
that
curling
sounds
up on
very
top
much-
of Scratch though. In the meantime, just like
Just a
Balance
complete
it.
drool pile.
That sounds like a very mature tactical choice on Kit's part. So that's going to be power. You're going to want to roll your number or less.
Sheesh.
But you're using your special ability, so you roll 2 dice.
Okay, good. I rolled a 2 on my second die. I'm so glad that you said that.
So that is 1 success.
Yes.
All right. So if one die succeeds, you barely manage it, but it inflicts a complication, harm, or there's a cost. And the cost that I'm going to give you for this,
It better not be rabies.
I mean, it takes a lot of rats to lift Minnie, and I'm not saying that like she's a bigger kid than anybody else, but she is a child, and they are literal rats. And you're not sure which of them are actually your classmates and which ones were like just rats out of the sewer, because again, there's a lot of them. And the complication is that you get where you're going, but you're not sure how many of the rats that carried your sister are your classmates that need to be returned back, and which ones are or aren't. You'll have to figure that out. You're super smart, and so's your teddy bear. You got this. So,
I'm holding the Mrs. Bellum rat though. Like Minnie's just like
it's
hold-
wrapped in your blanket.
Yeah, it's like it's cold outside. Let's make sure you're really warm and stuff. Just like wrapping in the blanket.
The Miss Bellum rat. We're just gonna call her Miss Bellum from now on. Is accepting of this and has accepted their fate, and they're just wrapped up. You can't see their face at all, though. It's only rat body underneath and a big mop of red hair, canonically. Maybe they ratatouille you. I don't know. We'll figure that out later. As you go to, you've decided that you need to do something. Like, you need to save the day. Obviously, you're superheroes. You are presented with two paths. Path number one is, of course, that Dilton has left with these thespians, and they've been gone for like a good 20 minutes at this point. And then you heard that thing, Lucretia, on the phone. And the other thing is, you need to get school back restored the way it's supposed to be, because you look over into the other kindergarten classroom that shares a wall, and it's just full of rats, including one big rat that has like a kind of a curly mustache and the most exquisite heels you've ever seen.
The rat has heels?
That's the mean teacher.
Oh, okay.
And they're kind of contained over there in their little like rat room with the other rat children that are there.
Okay, so Blythe has an idea, and Blythe's gonna start singing the song that we always sing before nap time, and it has like gestures that go along with it, right? So Blythe's idea here is to try to get all of the rats that are classmates to also do the right gestures,
Do the wave,
so that we can identify which ones are part of our class and which ones are just like the rats from the sewers. So Blythe is gonna kind of like climb up to the top of a car in the parking garage of the daycare and be like, "Everybody, look over this way! It's time for nap time!" And is gonna start like doing the little like
doing that random TikTok dance that you've all practiced.
Sleep and it's time to rest, so let's close our eyes and like do some kind of like little dance that presumably we do every single time before.
Scratch just sees himself doing it.
Somebody needs to clip that. Second, I need you to roll about it.
Fair enough. What am I doing?
This is very much a puff. This is you want to roll your number or above. This is passion. This is silliness. This is great.
Yeah, I got 5, and I think that is over my number.
Yes. So that's with 1 success, and only rolling 1 die. If you want, how could you?
Can I borrow one from the pool? Can I borrow?
Yeah.
I'm gonna steal a die from the pool. Make this a little bit more likely.
For flavor to have this help happen, I would like to start telepathically talking to the rats, saying, come on, you guys, just like she said, it's time for bed. Everybody do your heads. I don't remember the song, but you can sing along.
You can, Jess, you can also roll puff. So you want to roll your number or above, and if you succeed, Matt can take an extra die.
So I have a second success with one of the extra dice from the dice pool from the donations.
Cool. And we'll see if you can get a critical success on this with 3 dice.
And I also succeeded.
Perfect. So Matt, go ahead, roll a 3rd die.
Oh, all right. We got a 6. So yeah, 3 successes.
Beautiful. So when 3 dice succeed, you get a critical success, and I'm going to tell you, you get some kind of extra effect out of it. And we're going to say that this extra effect covers up for what happened with Kit and the mind controlling rats, the rat train, the rat pillow, as it is. There were a handful of rats in that rat pillow that started up and immediately like knew the dance, and you're like, nope, you guys go back in the kindergarten class with the other confirmed children.
We just start sorting the rats, just like.
And it's hard because some of these rats are really quick on the uptake, and they're like, no, TikTok dances, I got this. Like,
the rats have a TikTok.
they're just watching. as a parent with children in preschool, I can confirm they get these kids to dance to all sorts of things. It is a thing. It happens. That said, Blythe, you successfully managed to like discern the rat children from the rats, and are able to successfully like cordon them off and get them to go take a nap under a bunch of like mats and blankies.
Nice, nice.
The other rats summoned by Kit are like, well, I guess we're on the rat train duty now. Let's do this. And they all scurry underneath Minnie's shoes and like just kind of lifts you up and starts carrying you in a direction.
Minnie's laid her blanket out now. I guess she's given
It's like a magic carpet.
Yeah, like she's given rat vellum to the children to guide the youths while she
I like it.
lays out on her blanket and just like curls up while the rats are running.
So you can all fly super fast at super speeds, and as you go, you're like, huh! And you're flying about this fast because you're moving at the speed of rat train, scampering across the ground. It's amazing. I love it. And as you leave the daycare and you slowly inch your way through the city of Generica, you note on that TV in the store next door, it's the news, that boring thing that's always announcing your heroics. And you see downtown, the mayor's office has been cracked open like a walnut with a giant mechanical nutcracker that has picked it open, pried it apart, and has picked up Professor Mayor and has put it in its mouth.
Oh no, not Professor Mayer. They don't belong in a mouth. That's weird.
Piloting this giant Christmas-like nutcracker seems to be prepubescent thespians with holes in their shoes. As the camera
Gross.
zooms in, and you could see it through one glassy eye, and they all have stink lines coming off of them.
Okay. All right, Minnie. You gotta get up.
Well,
Hey!
well,
Hey!
Hey, stop. She's starting to cry. Minnie, look at me. Look at me. If the sooner we get this done, the sooner we can have an extended nap time, because you're already relatively clean, so you don't have to get ready for like the dinner. So you can use that extra time to have extra nap.
You're right. Okay. Minnie's gonna take the blanket and scoop up all the rats in the blanket. You're coming with us now. Let's go! And starts flying with a blanket full of rats.
Kit, you hear telepathically in the back of your mind, because canonically that's just going to work this way, I guess. This is not the day that I had anticipated, like, going off to battle as a rat. But you know what? I'll take it. This is fine. We're with superheroes. What could go wrong? They'll keep us safe.
We're superheroes.
That's right. You are a superhero. You're a super rat. You guys are so cool.
That means a lot coming from you. I appreciate that.
Hair flip.
Come on, guys! Minnie's just flying.
As you take off into the distance, two things occur to you. One, on the TV, you did not see Dilton inside that giant nutcracker that cracked open City Hall like a walnut. And two, if you don't get the mean teacher turned back into a regular person by the time that dinner's done, even if you rescue Professor Mayor, he's going to be super bummed out and really sad.
Feelings are okay.
They
Lasers
absolutely
in
are.
feelings, though.
This is true.
What if we just-
100%.
What if we just bought Professor Mayor, the rat version of the evil teacher, was like, here you go.
Rats are like super
This
clean
is
and stuff,
yours.
so it's like basically the same.
These ones literally crawled out of the sewer at your siblings' request.
Oh, they're in my blanket now.
They most certainly are, and you were laying on them earlier.
Oh,
Oh,
gosh.
I'm super not clean.
Someone needs bath time.
Like, for sure not getting nap time.
Again, the sooner we get this done, the sooner we can get the bath and the nap.
Yep.
Before we fly off, like, because we're still in the thing, you said Dilton put an antenna in the ground before he left.
He had whipped out a giant mechanical thing and pushed a big red button on it, and then left with these prepubescent thespians off into the city. He still had the device on his person. He used it like a mutate you into rats, Ray.
Oh, okay, so this wasn't like an in-post thing, like it was okay. Never mind.
He used the rat gun and turned people into rats.
Not the rat gun.
You're just lucky he didn't turn people into Canada geese, because then you'd have a real fight on your hands.
Oh my god, Canadian geese are so mean.
They are so mean.
Actually,
I
when you
still
get
have
to
a
know
scar.
them, they're pretty nice. They're really misunderstood.
They have such a grace to them.
Mm-hmm.
I really like their attitude, to be honest.
I
Right?
just really like Jane Eyre.
As
I like that
somebody
they
who
go
has
honk.
had
I love that.
before, I question your sanities.
Well, we
We're
are
six.
We are
six.
sanity.
You are 6.
Okay,
This
well,
is true.
do you guys want to go and look for Dilton first, or do you want to look for Professor Bear, Papa Person?
Let's look for Dilton, actually,
Yeah.
because if we... Do you think Professor Mayer's gonna be more mad if we don't... If the mean teacher's a rat, or if we're dirty?
Probably if the mean teacher is a rat, because only Dilton can change her back, but a bath can make us clean.
Okay, let's go get Dilton then. Come on, rats. Shake
You're shaking the bag? Oh,
No, don't do that to my friends! Stop
Oh my
it!
God.
I didn't like it. Like, they make so much noise.
You hear the
Fishy!
squeaking sound of
Fishy!
1,000 souls as they bottle up like a carbonated beverage and go. And there are suddenly rats spiraling through the air.
Oops.
What will you do?
Catch the rest.
Nothing.
I'm going to use my super speed. I'm going to take my 5.5-year-old hat and just go, ah, ah, ah.
Like it out, like catch them.
Blythe, are you able to help with this with your super item?
Yeah, maybe I'm gonna try to help out and lasso rats with my yo-yo.
It's
Perhaps.
a super stretch dino yo-yo.
Yeah.
I'd like all 3 of you to roll 1 die. This is a group effort. And Lucretia and Kit, if you feel that you can contribute with your item or your power to this, feel free to roll as well. Just tell me how you're going to do it.
I'm telepathing to the rats, saying, "Okay, now they're gonna help you, so make sure you're listening to them and going the way that they tell you to go."
Go prone.
I think the only way I can really think of doing this is Lucretia's just gonna whip out the compact and it starts to manifest some good affirmations and she'll just start reciting those affirmations to people. Hey, hang in there. You know, it's always darkest before the dawn. And even during the darkest moments, there's still light. You
Now-
can do it.
You say this out loud, and the rats are like, "Squeak 'em, squeak, squeaks." But your boonsome siblings hear this. Go ahead and roll me. That's a very mature thing. So Ava, go ahead and roll power. Kit, power as well. So you want to roll your number or under.
1.
And I rolled a 2, which is my number.
That's amazing. So, it's one success, Jess.
Yes.
You succeeded.
Mm-hmm.
2 successes, Darby.
Was this a power up? Oh, I rolled a 1.
I will say, you're trying to scoop blankets or scoop with your blanket.
Mm-hmm.
That's a tactic. That's going to be a power. So under your number, that's a success. Ian.
I have a 3, so woo!
Yeah. Ian.
I rolled a 3.
All right. 3, I believe, is your number? No, it's a 4.
Is my number. Yeah.
What were you trying to do?
I'm catching rats with my hands or my hat, and I'm like tossing them into the blanket. So he's just like this. Ah! Ah! Ah!
That's very much improvising. I'm gonna call that puff. So a 4 or above. So that's gonna be a miss. But what about Matt?
Yeah, so I rolled a 5, which is over, but I'm not sure what if that's what I wanted or if I. So I'm trying to like lasso rats with my yo-yo, and I'm like catching them and pulling them back and yanking them into the
Just
into the
flinging them
blanket.
away, like
Flinging them back, you know, because they're really. I'm going for the far-flung rats.
I will. You know what? You're just like unconventional problems require unconventional solutions.
That's it. That's it.
And it's almost like one of those sticky slappers in this instance.
Yeah.
And you grab rat, you shove it back, and you just like dump it onto Minnie. It's like back in the rat bag. I've never had a bag of rats problem be like this before. But
I'm sorry, you've had bag of rats problems before?
I mean, in general, yes. I play a lot of D&D. It happens.
mhm. You heard of letting the cat out of the bag, but how about 30 rats out of the blanket baggie?
I mean, it happens.
It happens.
One quick reminder, chat, as we get donations put in, you're gonna see the rerolls and bonus dice that are current. They'll show up in the chat as we send through. I was using the Hangouts chat on purpose for that, so the audience can see what we currently have as well, if that's okay, Jess.
Well, no. It actually goes over Matt's face. And it
I'm sorry.
it
That's fine by me.
it shows up for a little bit, and you can only see that
Okay.
James has said something.
Gotcha. I will throw that in our other chat then. Boop. And show me potato salad. There we go. Gotta be-
Show me rats in a bag.
Rats in a bag. So with that, with a resounding success, you've managed to not shower the citizens of Generica with rats from the sky hitting terminal velocity. You've saved the day and the lives of your new boonsome companions. And as you do, and you congratulate yourselves and say, "Whew, oh man, we've really gotten it done this time." You look off to one side and you see the giant nutcracker in the distance cracking open City Hall, holding Professor Mayor in one hand and stomping towards the Generica First National Bank. Because apparently they're going to need funds for their latest theater project. They've decided to go fund themselves.
Okay,
And
well,
that's where
we
you
know.
keep your piggy bank money.
Well, I guess we know where we have to go. In
Well-
that literal direction.
Actually, our funds are FDCIA, you know, FDCIA, ABC, DEFG protected, so our piggy banks are gonna be okay, no matter what. Down with
But our parental
capitalism.
figure isn't.
You're
So we
right.
have to save at least the parental figure.
We're going to say that Professor Mayor used their sizable influence to open up protected trusts for the superheroes to collect what is probably a salary for children paid for from the city's funds. Stranger things have happened.
The city pays for child labor. That's very messed up. We're that child
Sometimes in the
labor.
form of cookies.
Is Would it be more messed up if we didn't get paid?
Yes.
Okay, I was just wondering.
It is things to put in the back of our mind and when we're 18 and we could start working on those laws then.
We'll make a documentary about this someday.
18 is like forever away.
I was a
18.
prepubescent superhero.
Yeah,
What if you were a
superhero?
if you were a prepubescent superhero? That means you're still a superhero. Why aren't you helping us, narrator?
Ooh.
Hey, I do my job, you do yours. And you see the top hat just like lift off for a second.
Quit blowing up my
You
spot.
just feel the top hat move? Do we actually see the narrator?
Just hanging out in the corner.
Feel in the universe a top hat raise and go down.
Is the mirror like secretly like the Teletubby sun? You know, like it's just like in the sun with the hat.
Oh my gosh.
You only see the sun when I take my hat off because it reflects off my head.
It's a cloudy day.
Ah, it's too bright. Put it back.
It's
No one's making that SpongeBob reference where
Yep.
everyone's like,
Suddenly, as if prompted by the narrator, behind you, you hear screaming, cataclysm. There's people running in the streets. Traffic is still not bad because it's pretty okay here. People are driving in an orderly fashion, but running all hullabaloo all over the place. As you see, rat, pigeon, rat, mongoose, a bunch of mongooses, reindeer, too many reindeer. Animals are going in all sorts of directions from the opposite direction of the bank and City Hall.
Hey, Rudolphs, could you tell me if there is a stinky little kid named Dilton over there?
Go ahead and roll. I'm going to say power for this. And you can roll 2 dice because you're using your special ability.
I rolled a 5 and a 2, and a 2 is
5
my
and a 2.
power.
All right, so that's 1 success.
Can
So-
Blight help by like kind of like yelling at the animals? Be like, you gotta listen to Kit. Like just like flying around like listen. Really like trying to make a scene to get people. To
How
stay.
would you-
Minnie,
I have
Minnie is
something that
going to
could
use
help
my
you out
Sonic.
better.
I'm going to use my
wait,
Sonic
no.
Scream.
No,
Sonic Scream.
wait. Everybody, wait! This is from the back.
Hey, wait! You should listen to Kit!
I got this! And I put on my headphones of Blast and Chill, and I put on lo-fi beats to hang out to, right? And then what I kind of do is use my super speed to create this like wind wave for all these animals as they chill out. I'm rocking them to non-anxiousness.
I'm vibing that. They now, because those two things are in direct competition between screaming and vibing, I'm gonna need Darby and Ian to roll against each other. Just roll a d6, and whoever rolls higher is the action we're gonna go with.
This is the
I'm
real
assuming-
PvP.
Who's that facing?
Feel free
No.
to burn dice from the pool to make your number bigger if you want to.
Wait,
I don't care.
What you got? What you got?
Yeah.
What'd you get? We'll say it at the same time. Ready? 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4. Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. I got a 4.
5.
Okay, I want to use a dice pool.
Okay. All right. I love it.
Okay. I got a 5.
All right. So a 9 total. So,
I can use my reroll for this.
all right.
They do have one specifically for them.
Yes.
If I do the reroll, does it take away what I rolled, or does it
No,
add
we'll
to?
add it to it. It's fine.
Oh, fiddlesticks.
As a reminder, folks that are watching, for a $10 donation to Project Hope, the charity that we are raising funds for, you can gift a reroll to anyone on screen. You can also do like a $100 donation and make everyone roll on the calamity table, but you know, your choice.
If you want.
Silly. I got 2, so 7 total.
All right. So, despite your best efforts, with a sonic scream, all of these reindeer stop in their tracks, and the occasional mongoose kind of mixed in there because they're just vibing. And your sibling, Scratch, steps up in typical rowdy rough stance, hands on the hips, and just kind of feeding it back and forth. That sounds really terrible when I say
Weird.
that out loud like that. I apologize.
So weird.
I'm just bringing it around town.
Yeah, you just bring
Bringing
it
it
around
around
town. And these reindeer who were, like mere moments ago, ordinary citizens just going about their jobs. Reindeers and mongoose and geese, oh my. And they're all just like vibing, having a good time. Chill.
Okay, Kitty, if you're gonna do something, do it now. I don't know how long I can hold this.
Okay, remembering that my teddy bear is actually a reindeer, I am going to speak to them telepathically with my stuffed animal, and I have to remember how to do that voice now. Do you know if there is a little boy named Dilton that came from that way?
You point with the doll. It came up that way.
One of the mongoose jumps up onto the reindeer's head because the reindeer's just like vibing too hard. And he like swooshes his hair out of his face all Bieber-esque and says, you know what? This one's a beaver, because he's doing it Beaver-esque. And he says, he came from over there. I was out making some special sauce by putting mayonnaise in the sun.
Is mayonnaise an instrument? Is mayonnaise an instrument?
I mean, it's an instrument of destruction if you're, like eating cheeseburgers all day, I guess.
What would we have to do to make you throw your instrument at that little boy?
I'm a beaver. Specifically addressing the reindeer plush, it says, sir, because Chopper presents mail.
Yes.
There's about 55 gallons of mayonnaise sitting on the roof of that, like, schmoozy burger over there. We just put out in the sun. I mean, if you wanted to, it's yours. I have a sudden, like, desire to go and bathe in it for some reason, and I don't know why. Being a beaver is weird.
I take my hand and like try to move Chopper's hand, but obviously it's pretty small, and I tip the hat and say, I put him then back down at my side. Thank you very much, Mr. Beaver. We appreciate your service to the good city of Generica. You will be remembered. Friends, colleagues, siblings, the mayonnaise!
Lend me your ears.
For some reason, the beaver thinks that they've been, forgotten to, like, be a casualty based on how this interaction is going. He's like, I'd really like to go back to being a teenager working at the burger shop again someday, please.
We'll
Please,
get to you.
Vicky.
We'll get to you. Don't worry.
This
Thank
makes it
you.
10
We'll come
times
back
worse.
for you.
Okay.
It'll be fine. It will be fine. If we get the remote, maybe we can configure it to use the mind control that I have and broadcast it to a wider field of the city at large and turn everyone back that way. Because I'm good. I'm great, actually. But yeah.
This is absolutely the kind of thing that Professor Mayer knows just what to do with. He's often taken terrible inventions used by villains and reverse engineered them to get everything back to normal before supper time. It's
Just
kind of
like what the
his MO.
discombobulated voice said. Mm-hmm.
And you see off in the distance, there's just sprays of animals shooting through the sky. Traffic is still going normal despite being driven by like beavers and mongoose and like occasionally swans. You see a swan like hang an arm out the window to signal as it's going left on a bicycle, or
Well-
in a car. Sorry, not a bicycle.
I mean, props to them.
Street safety is important.
City Hall.
So, Dilton appears to be in the opposite direction of City Hall for Professor Mary's.
Of course.
Where do you go?
Of
What
course.
do you do?
To the mayonnaise.
Wait a minute. Should we split up?
Split the party of children?
What could go wrong?
Of
And
highly
rats.
superpowered children and rats.
And rats and mayonnaise.
It's a very terrifying concept, but I think we could cover more ground if we split up.
Who wants to be my buddy?
Where you going? Wait,
I
where you
should go
going?
because I have all the rats.
And rats do like mayonnaise.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go find Dilton and give him a knuckle sandwich.
With the
All right.
mayonnaise.
Is there gonna be mayonnaise on that sandwich?
No, but it'll be toasted.
So
That
that
was a
would
pretty
leave.
crummy joke.
So that would leave. Thank you.
Wow, they come
beat me to it.
pre-equipped with their own sound effects. Incredible.
That would leave Scratch and Lucretia St. James to go and deal with the giant nutcracker full of prepubescent thespians.
Yes, let me bully them.
Maybe could be fun. Could be fun.
Yes. Yes.
This works. Let's do this. Who would you like to resolve first?
The mayonnaise. I'm so interested in what's gonna happen with the mayonnaise. I don't know what. There's 55 gallons of mayonnaise sitting in the sun at a burger joint. Please
We
tell
may
me.
or may not be resolving that first.
Oh, Darby, I missed you.
How do you think they make the special sauce that goes on all those burgers?
Oh, I
It's
don't.
just
I don't
mayo left in
understand.
the sun for a little while.
Bad. Adult human Darby says anybody tells you this special sauce is from leaving it out in the sun for a while, bad.
Very bad. Very bad.
That
Good
said, we're resolving Dilton first, as you all scatter and go in different directions, leaving a trail of pink and gray and purple and green and red.
But before we go, I think that we should all put our heads into a circle and say our thing that we always say before we kick the bad guys' butts. So on 3, let's all say it. 1, 2, 3, go team! Nobody said it with me.
Hands.
We're perfect.
Thanks, team. See you later with mayonnaise.
30 rat
Every-
paws reach out to the middle.
Two
I
many
cannot
rat
wait to
paws.
watch the
Put their
box
hands in
for
there.
just that moment.
Ugh.
Were we all synchronized? Perfectly immaculate. No notes.
Minnie, you hear squeakum squeak 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 coming from your blankie.
What's that, rats?
Kit, you hear echoing from the blankie. So,
Like we get the mayonnaise, right? Like we get to eat it for helping. That's what we get,
As
right?
long as you help us take out the bad guys, I could guarantee you 47 gallons of mayonnaise. But I do need the other 8 gallons for purposes.
Smartest in the group. Look at that quick math.
I mean, I see. That's slightly less mayonnaise than I was expecting, but it seems like a pretty reasonable deal to me. Could you please roll Puff with 2 dice?
I rolled a 5 and a 1.
So you want to roll over your number. So 1 success.
Yes.
And he says, "You drive a hard bargain, but I think it'll have to be," and he starts counting on his little rat fingers, 42 gallons of mayonnaise.
Yeah, I could definitely do that. I could also guarantee you the tears of a small child. Extra salt.
I do love extra salt in my special sauce.
Mm-hmm.
I need a
You've
background
got a
check on
deal.
this rat.
Wait. Before we shake on it, how about 38 gallons? Let's make it spicy.
Ah, I see what you're doing there. But you'd make it spicy mayo?
Spicy mayo.
Oh.
And I'll
What?
take out a can of very small hot sauce, and shake it a little.
It's like a single packet from Taco Bell.
Yep. And it's mild, but rats don't know how to read.
And he's like,
packet say?
It says, I do. That's what the Taco Bell hot sauce packet says. The mild sauce, excuse me.
and you just hear this like, you are the bringer of sustenance, as all of the rats chorus into your head from that blanket all at once, because you've provided the great flavor packet, the thing that they revere most of all, the spice juice from Taco Shell.
I throw my hands up into the air. I stand tall and I yell out, "All hail the Rat King! Kit!" Ah!
Yay!
The
Praise!
chorus
See that?
follows
Are y'all
along.
still there?
I'm
Can you see this?
holding the bag.
I can't believe that we just sense it.
Hail the rat.
Direction. It's like something's off right now.
There's a disturbance.
Something
Great
very
Lord
weird
of
happened.
rats.
Kids ascended the godhood.
I'll
I don't
remember
like the
you.
feeling.
I'll remember you, my friend. Don't you worry. I'm gonna need some rat knights in my rat kingdom.
That's funny. Kid unlocks a warlock pack. That's funny.
You shall forevermore be known as the Rat Monarch. Monarch of rats.
Lovely moniker.
And my first decree as the king of rats is to give each of you a little head pat. Pew, 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 pew. And I do this 30 more times. And then I start walking towards the mayonnaise.
Flying in the sky, you see your sibling slowly start doing this in the air. Like just a cool beans, like no nonsense sort of business. It's great. And the rats love it. They are here for it. They're like, huzzah! For the Rat King! And you feel the blanket start tugging in the direction of your sibling.
Oh my god, okay. Going to the Rat King. I just follow after Kid.
Scratch and Lucretia. You see this happening before your eyes. This is a thing that you have witnessed. And maybe you give each other a look. But Kit's really coming out of their shell at this point.
You know,
Like, significantly more than they would normally would,
good for them.
or that you've seen.
I'm quite proud of them, but also just no. No, actually, no, not no. Concern. I think
Wait.
concern.
Sometimes you can't choose your kingdom. The kingdom chooses you, and then Scratch just goes like just kind of do a little fanfare for Kit.
Lucretia's gonna just unlock the compact and just look at it. It just says, even if there is a new monarch in your city, just know that you're truly the queen. And she's like, yes, and then puts it back in her purse.
Somehow the words of affirmation end up with an ellipses and a question mark, because even the compact isn't sure what the heck is going on right now.
I get you, compact, but I love you. Thank you.
Compact is just doing its best with what it can handle. And you see
Truly.
a royal purple and red streak towards City Hall and the bank. And a pink and a kind of translucent and a green streak towards downtown
Also very pretty.
for Generica. And I believe Y'all have earned a little bit of a break. It's nap time.
Yay, nap time!
Time!
My friends, we're going to go and treat ourselves to some water, maybe some food. We're going to do a little shrimp check, maybe do some light stretching, and we think that you should also take care of yourself while we're taking care of ourselves. We'll be back in about 5 short minutes, and as a little reminder, in the pinned post in both our Twitch and YouTube chat, you can go straight to our Tiltify to donate to Project Hope, an amazing organization that I'll talk a little bit more about when we come back from break. See y'all soon, and get yourself some mayonnaise. Hi, everyone, and welcome back. Thank you so much for joining us for the second part of our TTRPG charity stream of Lasers and Feelings, where we are raising funds for Project Hope. They are an amazing organization that is helping communities around the world who are experiencing humanitarian crisis. Specifically, we are raising funds for their Lebanon crisis project. If you are on Twitch or YouTube watching us today, really the only two options, you will see that there is a pinned post with a Tiltify charity link. If you follow that link, any donation that you make will go straight to Project Hope to help them in their amazing mission. And while you're there, you'll see that there are some incentives that you can get for our game. You'll end up actually using these incentives to shape the game and how we are played. Everything actually has been donated so far except for naming the next NPC, and that is a $50 donation. And we're thinking things like Rat King the Second, Rat King the Third, not slurs. With that being said, you can also gift rerolls for $10. You can gift extra dice in our dice pool for a donation of $25 or more. You can make us roll on the Calamity table, which is very similar to the Wild Magic Surge table. If you donate, you'll be entered in to win a $50 gift card to Heartbeat Dice. And I do want to say that for the next $100, all of our donations are actually being matched up to $250 by Bogus Cheesecake, an amazing organization in Alaska making unique TTRPG content. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and kick off our in-character recap from Kit's perspective. There we were sitting in class when we got up a telephone ring and it sounded like bring, 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 bring. And our teacher, well, she answered it and she said, "Hey kids, your parental unit is on the phone." And we said, "Oh my God, we love parental units." But then some mean kids showed up. Some thespians is what they kept calling themselves. And I was like, thespians? More like, I'm not going to say that word, but I think you know it.
Professor Mayor Parental Unit told us that we were gonna have to dinner with the mean teacher, and we have to be clean and nice to the mean teacher, and it just really sucks. And then the rats came and they ate the shoes of the stinky teenagers.
I did call the rats.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Kit called the rats, and that was really cool. I was upset, and then
Dilted.
Yeah, that's when Dilted came in and he pulled out this like remote control red button with a big antenna and he pushed it and turned everybody in the class into more rats, and we couldn't figure out who the teacher was, and we couldn't figure out who the other kids in the class were, and then there were the stinky teenagers, and too much was happening.
Oh, the stinky teenagers too. They're in this big robot and they tore up the bank, and now so we're on our way to the robot to stop the kids at the bank. But then
because they kidnapped our parental unit. They kidnapped our parental unit. I was like literally on the phone with him, and then like this got kidnapped out of nowhere, and I just don't know what to do. Like I'm usually like so perfect, and like, but this truly bamboozling me. But so right now, we're separated. Half of us are going to deal with some mayonnaise, and I think Kit ascended into godhood.
But yeah, I very much am the king and also god of rats. They see me as their leader, and we do ride at dawn.
And we're going to fight the thespians on the other side, and I can't wait to truly be mean to teenagers.
And I am a bag of rats. Technically, it's a security blankie full of rats, and I have been promised no less than 37 gallons of spicy mayonnaise for helping.
I did promise them. I thought that I worked them down to 32 gallons of mayonnaise.
They did not take your offer, but instead offered you godhood amongst the rats.
You know what? That is a valid offer. Yeah, I'm with it. And 37 gallons of mayonnaise is definitely not 55 gallons, so we still have a lot of mayonnaise that's been out in the sticky sun to work with, so.
And pointing this out, technically,
Mayonnaise!
godhood amongst the rats is worth 5 gallons of mayonnaise. Anyone with 5 gallons of mayonnaise, this could be yours if the price is right. And the price is 5 gallons of mayonnaise.
Terrifying.
Which is
Absolutely
$27.56
terrifying.
at Costco.
To the Costco!
Ba, 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 da, 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 da.
Oh, wait. And also, we all, before we left, counted down and said the phrase that we always say before every time we go out and kick butt. I think we should do that again because the people
Absolutely.
maybe didn't hear us the last time. In 3, 2, 1, kick butt!
Mayonnaise!
Mayonnaise!
Big old
Yeah.
gallons of mayonnaise.
Did we agree it was mayonnaise before it flies off?
So, who are we resolving first? Are we resolving the mayonnaise, or are we resolving your parent being carried by a giant robot that cracked City Hall open like a nutcracker? That was literally a nutcracker, full of prepubescent thespian teenagers.
Let's go City
Preteens.
Hall.
City Hall first?
Yeah.
All right. We'll address the mayonnaise later.
Keep waiting.
You get what I did there? Address the
That was good.
mayonnaise?
That was good.
We're here all week, folks. That said, the narrator in the hat tips, or in the sky tips his hat to you as Scratch and Lucretia St. James with a red and royal purple streak fly through the sky. Before you, you see a giant nutcracker going boom, 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 stepping away from the mayor's office and heading towards Generica First National Bank, the place that has all your fiduciary trusts safely squared away as we've canonically established. But maybe not. We'll see.
Oh no, our financial security.
And our parental unit.
Oh, that
That's
too.
what he said. Oh no, our financial security.
Oh, yeah, I guess they are the same thing as that. That's true.
Hey, two birds, one stone.
Your children, he's the cosigner. The
That's
account's
true,
in his
yeah.
name for now.
Mm.
What do you do?
So is the robot has our parental unit in their like claw,
In the
yes?
mouth.
In the mouth.
And he's like holding it up like this, as if it's going to squish them. And
Oh.
they've got a sick top hat and a lab coat on at the same time.
Lucretia, I'm gonna go hold the mouth open while you get parental unit to safety.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right.
And then I put my headphones on to blast and chill, and this is where the blast beats come in, and it's a lot of like, and it's play the fight riff.
Oh my goodness.
How do you leverage your pyrokinesis abilities, Scratch?
So, although I am small, I channel my pyrokinesis through my feet to get an upward thrust to push the mouth open, so it's kind of like a rocket. And then with the power of blast beats and rowdy rough boydom, you just hear him just go. "Ah!"
How very Fire Force of you. I love it. Very Astro Boy.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm going to need you to roll me. This is very much passion and big explosions. I want you to roll puff with 3 dice. You want to roll
Okay.
over your number of 4.
So
4 or above.
collectively or individually? that
You're
you
gonna
need to
roll 3 dice all at the same time.
Okay,
A success is a 4, a 5, or a 6.
I got a 4 and a 6.
Beautiful. What does it look like as you swing into this giant nutcracker's mouth, saddle up next to your parental unit and then save the day.
He flies over to the mouth of the Nutcracker for the parental unit, and he flies up and he goes, "Hello, hey, so we heard that you were going to have a thing later with the bad teacher, and none of us we really like it that much, but if you're going to be happy, that's okay." And then there was rats and stuff, and so I understand that that's what you want to do and make you happy, but I just want to say that it's really confusing because it's a bad teacher. And like he just goes off in this ramble before he gets in there, and I'm sure Professor Mayer's just like like, okay, and he's like, "Oh, sorry." And then he stands next to Professor Mayer and he kind of like bumps him with his hip and then ignites the pyro under his feet so he can just push the mouth open a little bit wider.
I appreciate the sentiment.
Okay, we'll talk later.
Parental unit is sailing through the air.
Well, obviously I catch him.
Do you?
Yes, I'm confident in myself, especially because my compact has been giving me positive affirmations.
That's worth a bonus dice in how this system works, so go ahead and roll about it. That's a very mature stance to take. I'd like it to be power, please. You want to roll under your number.
And how many dice is it?
This will be 2 dice at this point, unless you want to roll something from the pool.
All right, so power. So I have 1 success, and then I do want to pull from the pool.
Okay. Pulling a reroll, or you want to pull a bonus die?
Let's do a reroll,
Okay. Roll that bad die.
and that's another success, so 2 successes.
Amazing. With 2 successes, you succeed. You did it well. Good job. The compact of affirmation and positive, or compact of reflection and positive affirmation compliments you on your style, grace, poise, and maturity.
Now, if Professor Mayer can also say that I was very mature and like an adult in that moment, that would be perfect.
Furiously clambering around your neck and trying to not fall to their demise, they look you in the eyes and they say,
Good job. Good job.
Yay!
Ooh,
Don't
Yeah,
worry, I'm gonna get you
please.
down. Hold on. And just lightly put you down, give him a nice pat on the head and like a nice little hug. All right, now you can compliment me.
that was a well executed plan, and I appreciate the save. You're all so very good at what you do, and it gives. It's not even condescending. It's just like a good-natured head pat, because you're this tall compared to him.
Yes, I am. Now I'm going to go bully some teenagers because they were doing a very bad thing. And
No bullying. We talked
okay,
about
I'm
this.
gonna
You
strongly
showed them the right
wording.
way.
Yes.
Did he say we can bully them?
No. Okay, how about this? What if I just convince them strongly to change the error of their ways?
That's what we do. That's how we use our words, and occasionally we
control.
have to use just a little bit of violence, but it's okay.
Okay.
Did he say we could use a little bit of violence?
Yes.
Awesome.
And you hear her screaming from the rooftop. It's like 1980s fixing technology violence. Like you just rough it up a little bit.
I'm 5.5.
I know what you're about.
She'll want him to join Scratch in talking very strongly at teenagers.
Scratch is holding the mouth open and like there's pressure, but he's not freaking out. He goes, "Hey, you know what teenagers or preteens like a lot?
What?
They like hot chip." And he goes into the mouth. The mouth closes.
I didn't even. What? What?
Still with the headphones of blasting. This is the moment for in Scratch's mind to show off his powers, and he starts vibrating uncontrollably and just all this kinetic energy and everything, and he's just heating up this head as best as he can. He's just he's listening to his music and he's going like this.
I think while that happens, Lucretia's going to try to see if like there's either an opening to get into the machine itself to like confront like the preteens and basically just do the whole like, all right, as you can see, this is going to explode soon, so you have to either be very nice and ask for help to get out of here, or there's going to be some complications.
I'm trying to compose myself after the thing that Ava shared in our chat, and I'm back now. I'm good. Scratch. We're gonna start with you. You've gone inside. Okay. You've activated your kinetic powers. You're vibing back and forth. You're generating a massive amount of kinetic energy and friction. Go ahead and roll me 3d6 using, this is passion and big explosions if I've ever heard of them before. You want to roll your number or above, please. So a 4 or better.
Oh, that's solid. That's 4, or that's 3 4s.
Excellent. So, because you've rolled exactly your number, that you rolled a power puff. You get special insight into what's going on. And because you rolled it 3 times, you get to ask me 3 questions, and I will answer you honestly as the narrator above.
This is too much power.
If Scratch doesn't have that many questions, we can truncate it down to a big one.
Okay, or can I give my questions to my sister who's bullying the teens right now?
Absolutely. I'm totally down with the sharing of knowledge.
All right. Okay. What is, besides potential mayonnaise, what is the weakness of Dalton?
You're acutely aware that he has one true weakness. Ballet.
Shut up.
Oh, of course. Oh my. Why did I not think of that? Oh my goodness. Okay. Second question. Is there any redeeming qualities of the bad teacher?
They have impeccable style and taste.
Well.
And they've never done anything bad in their own right, but you're pretty sure that they've convinced other people to do bad things on their behalf.
And I guess the last question, because I'm certain Lucretia could handle the preteens on her own, but will the bad teacher and Professor Mayer truly be happy together?
Good question.
The heart is a fickle thing, but you're aware that Professor Mayer has been incredibly lonely all of these years.
Maybe we could hook them up with the nice teacher. But she's no longer a rat.
Yeah, I heard Miss Bellum was real nice. Vibrating still.
Anyway, do you want help, or do you want to just be exploded by that?
As the Nutcracker starts to swell and shake and vibrate, and little bits of like holiday cheer fall off the thing, because it looks like somebody stole this from a toy store and used a gigantification ray and made it bigger, and then put a bunch of like battery packs from remote control cars inside. Like it's really janky. Like it's really sketch.
Not the Gigantaray.
And so because it's a wooden toy from a child's toy shop, it's made of particle board and is incredibly flammable.
Yeah.
It's going up in smoke as you try and appeal to these thespians. And given your mind control nature, I'd like you to roll about it here. Let's see how convincing you can be, because right now, looking through these big glassy eyes of this Nutcracker, they all have these cheap plastic skulls that they got from Spencer's, and they're all like mourning their own demises,
and
Oh,
talking
goodness.
about how they've been forsaken, and it's all some sort of like hokey dokey poetry. Only somebody as wise, mature, and cultured as yourself would understand that they're really vibing Hamlet right now. And
Ugh.
that one of them over there is really into Macbeth and is going, even though he was not stabbed.
Mm-mm-mm. All right. How many dice?
You're using mind control, so 2 dice to start, unless you want to burn something from the pool.
No, we can do 2, and it's for power or
This
puff?
is very much, I'm going to say, in your case, this is going to be puff.
Okay.
No, power.
Okay.
It's definitely power. This is maturity, tactics. You're trying to appeal to their intelligence. The intelligence of children. Theater kids.
2 successes, 1 and a 2.
Amazing. How do you convince them? Tell us.
Look, as someone who appreciates the arts as well, my personal favorite from William Shakespeare is Antony and Cleopatra, but that's neither here nor there. I will tell you that right now, while the arts are thriving in our city, this is not the way to go out. You're going to be haunting a burned up nutcracker. No one wants to deal with that. If you're going to end up meeting an untimely demise, you have to do it at a really fancy theater. And honestly, quiet is kept. I heard that Legally Blonde is coming into town like in 2 weeks. Just haunt their showing. Perfectly fine. You could save your dramatic demise for 2 weeks.
You hear the mouth of the Nutcracker. She's like, "Legally Blonde." What?
And almost
It's
like
a really good show.
R2D2 screams like "Wah!" coming from inside the Nutcracker as it literally starts exploding in 5 directions all at the same time, like Fire Blast from the original Pokemon.
Oh my
And these kids are like, "Oh yeah, no, I just wanted to fund my theater project, but like that's cool too. Like, oh, I could be a grip. Yeah, let's go do it. We can. Maybe I could be an AP. It'll be a good time." And it's like, dude, you can't be an AP right now. You gotta like pay your dues and just like show up and carry stuff. Well, it shows what you know. And they like start like slowly Scooby-Dooing it down a rope quickly.
Okay, that works.
Getting out of the thing.
I'll manage them to make sure they're okay.
And when the children are at a safe distance away from them, because these are very much still children, this thing explodes with the fire of 1,000 suns and lo-fi beats, just laying down a nice chill vibe, and everybody's calm and staying out of the way. All of the animals have scattered. They're just like watching this thing burn like it's Burning Man or something, and contemplating life and being really introspective about things as this giant effigy of a man just torches.
Scratch is doing the DD Cabbage Patch inside of it, just going.
Yeah. I love it. Sometime later.
I want to just real quick. I think she wants to try to tap into like the farthest recesses of her mind to maybe telepathy, or real quick be like, okay, I found a weakness of that dork. If you see him, he hates ballet. So combine mayonnaise and ballet. Do what you will. I believe in you. Also, our parent is safe. Also, we should probably try to hook him up with the other teacher, with Miss Bellum, because while bad teacher has good fashion sense and technically has not caused any harm themselves, they do influence other people. So maybe Miss Bellum.
The crab claws are also a little concerning.
They're also very concerning. Yeah.
No,
he's really
way.
lonely. We just need to really get it with someone.
Impeccable fashion sense and the best red heels you've ever seen.
Very beautiful.
This. I love. Oh, hello. I love
Kit.
it. Oh.
Your super smart teddy bear starts going and receives a transmission from Lucretia coming through that compact of reflection and positive affirmation. And it's exactly the message that you just heard moments ago.
Thank you.
The cassette tape in his belly button starts to rewind back so that the tape can play over again, like a Teddy Ruxpin, but updated for a modern age.
I just hold it up to my siblings to see if they would also like to listen to it.
Oh yeah.
What's it say?
And it says, and I quote, "Y'all great and I love you. It's a really good time. We should hook up our parent with the other teacher and not the mean one. That seems to be the plan. We should do that. And also, Dilton really dislikes ballet for some reason. Some kind of ingrained trauma. Who knows? This is paraphrased. I'm a reindeer. Reindeer out."
This is paraphrased. I'm a reindeer.
And then the reindeer out.
So Minnie,
I love that.
what if we had all of the rats start tap dancing around Dilton and then we poured mayonnaise on him, Carrie style?
We do
Yeah,
not
like
condone
how
children
Carrie,
watching those movies.
like how Carrie spilled all that punch on herself.
Definitely punch.
Maybe ketchup.
Punch
Can I-
and
can I
ketchup is
just
a
Give him a
horrible
good
combo.
punch in the gut. while that
Okay,
happens.
even better. So we
Yeah.
do everything. We tap dance with the rats around Milton, and then we pour the spicy mayonnaise on him, and then you punch him in the gut for a 1-2 whammy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the rats can eat him.
As the Rat King, I cannot ask my subjects to eat something that disgusting.
You're right. You're right. They can eat around him.
They can eat
We're
around
totally
him.
down for like nibbling clothes and having spicy mayo.
Excellent. All right, Albert, you tell all of the rats what their jobs are. And
My
learn
name
how
is
to tap
Albert
dance.
now.
Teach them how to tap dance and do ballet. You have approximately 7 minutes.
I'm not good with choreography, but I'll try. Can you show me how it goes with the three of you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Please choreograph a dance, like, make me a TikTok right now. This is gonna be rolling puff because it's all about passion. More passion.
More passion, more footwork, more energy.
More energy, more passion. I love it. Yeah.
All of a sudden, the super smart teddy bear is just like hovering there with a little like helicopter holding a bag of rats, watching you all do this, and the bag of rats is just like, yes, yes.
I think we definitely have to be like humming the like Nutcracker song, like the Sugar Plum Fairy, with all the rats like spinning around, and then the mayonnaise is falling like snow or something, you know?
Awful. Yes! We just sprinkle it from our fingers. Terrible, but
The people on the
excellent.
ground are horrified as they're getting splattered with spicy mayonnaise and the occasional rat.
Oh, I rolled a 2 for mine, and my number is a 2.
All right, so that's a success. You get to ask me a question as well that I will answer you honestly.
What would it take to make Dilton my friend?
Ooh. You see, Dilton's only ever had one friend before, and that friend
Was his
we're
mom.
gonna call him. No, his mom is like
Not his
super
friend?
nice.
Jesus Christ.
His mom is totally not his friend. His mom is his parent. That's how that works.
I'm your mom. I love you, but I don't have to like you.
Oh,
He had
jeez.
one friend before, and we're gonna call him Mandarb.
Is Mandarb
right.
real?
Mandarb was actually a real person that came through your kindergarten and then transferred to the super smart elite school in another town after betraying Dilton and trying to
Mandarb,
smooch
great
Dilton's
snack.
sister.
Oh.
So, reasonably, as long as you don't betray Dilton and try and smooch his sister, maybe you got a shot.
And he just hasn't tried to be friends with any other kid since then?
I mean, he's got some issues that he has yet to completely work through.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Narrator. Very...
My pleasure. And the top hat in the sky tips itself to you.
Please
It's just a cloud.
keep the hat on. Please keep the hat on. We can't let the mayonnaise get too hot.
It's literally a cloud in the shape of a top hat that just kind of like does this. And when it comes off, it's because the sun's shining through. So, the rest of you, that was one success. How about Minnie? You were trying to roll your number or above. Your number is 3. That's a 5. That's a success. And Blythe. 3. Your number is a 2. That's also a success. Amazing.
Amazing.
Amazing. I would like you, Blythe, as the last person that I've spoken to tell me, what does the choreography of these rats look like as each of you takes a rat in your hand and starts moving them around in this choreography?
So it's definitely a lot of spinning, a lot of pirouettes, and a lot of pliés, you know, with the like
Yes.
half bow, and but then they like kind of like make a remix and like instantly go metal where they're like headbanging and they're like holding their arms out, and it gets really like punk rock, you know. It really
I like it.
takes a turn.
Everyone's pants suddenly fall slightly onto their bums, and like everybody's just wearing like black eyeliner for some reason. It's pretty new metal. I like it.
My skin.
Having heard new metal covers of the Nutcracker before, I'm here for this. This is a vibe. You've successfully trained your rats on how to do dance choreography in the form of new metal ballet.
I love that.
Hearing someone say this is a vibe in that old-timey filter is hilarious. This is a vibe.
What now? Heroes?
Well, that was 7 minutes. Good job, Albert. I knew you could do it. We should go over to Dilton now and
Absolutely.
tell him that we have a surprise for him.
And then throw a bag of rats on him.
Well, not necessarily.
Who's delivering the mayonnaise? Monarch?
Do you guys want me to do it, or would you rather be the mayonnaise maker?
We should do the Blythe has to be ready to punch Dilton in the tummy. So I'll sprinkle the mayonnaise and make it snow, and
I
you
can
should
be the
help-
rat conductor.
Yeah, because you're the rat god.
I am.
All right.
The rod or that.
Minnie, do you hand the bulletproof security blanket to your sibling?
Yeah, I give my blankie.
All right.
Mitty, I will protect this with my life. I will protect this as if there were 800,000 rats' lives depended on this. And you know how serious I am about my kingdom. I have had it for 27 and 32 seconds. And now it's 34 seconds. And now it's 36 seconds. And I will continue to love and cherish this blanket until the day that we all die.
Okay, it is very special to me, so please be careful with it. Like, blows.
And it is also canonically indestructible and bulletproof, so it's
Yes.
a really easy promise to keep. With a blankie of security, full of rats, slung over your shoulder, something ruptured upstairs, and I think my children are playing. You throw a bag of rats over your shoulder. Minnie, from the rooftop of the burger joint, you see a large barrel of mayonnaise just chilling in the sun with the lid off. And there's a bunch of pigeons that you're fairly certain used to be burger joint employees, just chilling out.
It's cooking in the sun. More like.
With the one single packet from Taco Shell in your hand, and you see several more littering the streets that can totally add to the vibe. You mix up the concoction. It oozes and gives like a weird red skull as it comes off of the mayonnaise, and the mayonnaise immediately goes from being a tepid white and yellow to a fiery fluorescent pink. The same color as Darby's scarf.
My favorite color.
Yes.
Yippee!
With that, lifting a 55-gallon jar of mayonnaise, or a 55-gallon drum of mayonnaise into the air, flying up into the sky, ready to dribble here, there, and everywhere. Blythe, what are you going to do? Your siblings are in position.
Yeah, so Blythe is gonna look for like a spot where she can stake out what's like, you know, like a really surprise sucker punch Dilton. So maybe there's like a really big obnoxious billboard that she can hide behind, and is gonna wait for like the punk rock segment of the dance to make her presence be known.
I love it. What I'd like you to do for this planning, we're going to start with rats and transition to mayonnaise and then transition to gut punches. Starting with rats. Kit, I want you to roll. This is very much I want to say a puff thing. This is a big explosion, sort of like big bombastic thing. You're dumping a bag, a literal blankie full of rats onto a child full of drama.
Now. I am not dumping the blanket of rats onto this little punk.
I apologize. Go ahead.
Now, the thing that I am doing actually is I am taking the blankets and I am letting them out one by one, and I'm saying, "Go, my little rats. I believe in you. You can do this. You can ballet until you can't. Make sure you scare the pants off of this kid. We don't like him. You're gonna be great, and you will be rewarded. Rewarded with what? That's right, spicy mayonnaise. Go, 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 go."
That is significantly more mature and tactical than what I had in mind, so please roll me power instead of puff.
You got it.
You're going to try and roll your number or below.
And I'm rolling 2 since this is all being said with animal telepathy, right?
I'm going to say 3 because you have the bulletproof security blanket as a part of this.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I rolled a 1, a 2, and a 5.
Amazing. With 2 successes, you succeed. Good job. Amazing. Small head pats from the sky as the rats file, single file out, doing their best to march. It's a flash mob. And you've started a rat flash mob in the middle of downtown. As they take their positions circling this young boy, suddenly on his back, let me set the scene. He's got a giant robotic harness on with a big antenna on the back. He's like 10 or 12 feet high in the air with big, long, robotic Doc Ock legs that are shuffling him around as he's going as there are animals everywhere. And it looks like there was a reindeer setting, a rat setting, and a mongoose and a beaver setting, and he didn't get around to doing any others, so it's just those. And everyone around is cowering in fear. There's just animals everywhere, and they're all running around willy-nilly, and the rats are trying not to get stomped on from reindeers, caribous, technically. And they form up in their formation, and they wait for the signal. Minnie?
Taking the giant tub of mayonnaise and just shaking it in the air.
Like you just don't care.
Yeah!
Amazing. This is very much going to be a puff roll. Your number or above.
Cool. Hey, how much do we have in the pool?
Would would you like to try and utilize your sonic scream to great effect and vibrate this mayonnaise out into the atmosphere?
Oh, absolutely. Mayo!
It sounds like
Mayo.
Toad.
Ow!
I love it. That's starting with, you know what? You came up with a plan and you've all rolled reasonably well. This is going to be 3 dice.
And because we haven't used it yet, how does Chemical X work again? Just like...
Chemical X allows you to roll an extra 3d6, and this is for accomplishing something so outlandish that it could only be accomplished with Chemical X. If you roll 6d6 and get at least 3 successes, you 100% crit this and a bunch of cool stuff happens.
Let's
Cool.
do it.
That seems fun. Why not? It seems pretty spicy mayo, huh?
Why don't
So-
we cause the city more harm than good?
We're not gonna get paid anything at all because they're gonna have to take it out of our paycheck to cover the taxes.
Unbeknownst to you, but knownst to Professor Mayor and the audience at home, one of the spice packets that you picked up that you added to the mail was the super spicy version that says you had me at taco. And that was the secret ingredient that Professor Mayor left in the sun on your roof to turn into Chemical X. And you added it right in, and it had been sitting up there for a long time. So as your sonic scream reverberates through this mayonnaise, hitting just the right frequency and temperature to bring it to a chemically active state, roll 3d6.
Am I adding an
Oh,
extra
sorry,
3d6?
6d6.
I see a lot of numbers above a 3. 4, 4, 6, a 5, and a 6.
That is all of them succeeding. 100%.
There's one, but yeah.
Blythe, you don't need to roll for this. It's just gonna happen.
Beauty.
As Chemical X injected spicy mayonnaise special sauce reverberates through the sky, trickling down in this, it's scintillating as the sun reflects off of like the sky for a moment, and it becomes this translucent rainbow hue. It almost looks like sparkles and rainbows on everything, like sugar, spice, everything nice, and snips and snails and puppy dog tails all mashed together into mayonnaise. As it rains and drips from the sky, as it hits each of these animals, they start to turn back into human beings, and it eats through the device that he has on. It's too spicy for modern science to handle. It's just too spicy. And as it hits him, he grows a massive orange curly beard right off the front because, you know, sometimes weird things happen. And he's taken aback by his sudden masculinity, and the device falls to the ground inert and starts spreading out radio waves all over the city, amplified by this mystical rainbowy flash from your Chemical X. And you see Mongoose, suddenly a person. Reindeer, still a reindeer, oddly enough. Mongoose, suddenly a person. Beaver, suddenly a person. There just happened to be a bunch of zoo animals kicking around at the same time. But the rain doesn't stop. And suddenly that reindeer is a person. And suddenly all of the rats that are doing their dancing around him starts transforming into large emo goth new metal headbanging long-haired creatures. Still have tails, oddly enough, but we could probably get that cleared up. And they're around and they're just smashing this machine to bits, and he's like, "No curses, no! My beautiful beard dampens the blow a little bit, but not much." As jumping out from behind a sign comes Blythe. What happens? You just tell me. How
Yeah.
does this go?
So Blythe's just gonna like punch through the billboard, fly towards Dilton, And as she's flying towards Dilton, she's gonna take her laser eyes and like carve a heart around him, and then punch him through the heart so that he's like flying through this like I'm picturing this very psychedelic moment of like the like laser heart with the mayo drops all over the place.
I
and
love
him
it.
just-
With a punch to the stomach, cushioned by this immaculate orange beard that he has now, and star strikes, and it goes pow across the screen as it happens, and no violence is seen in any way, shape, or form. Dilton is knocked to the ground slightly, and he scrapes his knee. Vanquished. And he looks at it, and he goes,
I would like, if I may, to walk up very slowly with my rats surrounding me. And I would like to hold my hand down to Dilton and say, do you need a band-aid there, friend?
I could use a band-aid.
You know,
Are all of these goth new metal boys yours?
yeah, I'm the Rat King, and I happen to have a band-aid, but only for friends who don't steal my parental unit and also terrorize the town.
I'm sorry. I just figured that if I turned everybody into rats, I could be the Rat King. But I didn't have 5 gallons of spicy mayonnaise to qualify.
The way that human Jess wants to push this nerd down and say, but I am not an adult tonight. I am but a wee young thing that will say, yeah, being the Rat King is pretty cool. Maybe we could play pretend and, like, take turns being the Rat King. But again, you really have to be, like, nice to me, my family, and, like, not terrorize the town.
Okay. Science is meant for doing good, I suppose.
I mean, science is meant for doing good when you're young. I hear that when you get old, you kind of lose it and sometimes become a bad scientist. So be good while you can.
It is on my vision board. That is true.
Yeah. Do you want to meet my really cool sisters who helped me defeat you? They're pretty cool.
Okay. Absolutely.
Actually, yeah, and then hello, sister. Psst. And hopefully your compact opens and you hear me. Hey.
Yes. Oh, this is not positive affirmations. Hi, what's up?
Well, do you want a positive affirmation? Because you're so wonderful and I love you so much.
Aw, thank you. How can I help you today, my dear sibling?
Well, we've captured and also, I think, befriended Dilton. If you guys would like to rendezvous.
Yes, I was just talking with the preteens that were thespians, and they decided not to go down with the fiery blaze of a nutcracker, and instead decided to see if they can try to get a job over at the Legally Blonde show that's going to be coming through in a couple of weeks. So we're going to set up tickets.
You guys are the best. That's so cool.
Girls just want 3 things and it's disgusting. Rats, mayonnaise, and gut punches.
Ain't that the truth? Oh my god. We still have to go home and get cleaned up. I'm covered in mayonnaise. And it's spicy mayonnaise.
Okay.
I also covered in mayonnaise.
Don't touch your eyes. Quickly.
Too late.
Ah.
Oh no. Okay.
Touch your eyes.
I'm perfectly clean, so I will distract Professor Mare. Everyone else get clean, and also change everyone back to animals and get Miss Bella, and not the evil teacher.
Got it.
Ready? Break.
And 1, 2, 3, mayonnaise!
Did we get it? Did we get
No.
it?
I think a good portion of us did say mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Minnie, The drum of mayonnaise that you had in your hands still has about 5.5 gallons left kicking around. And all of these new metal boys standing down on the ground look up at you expectantly.
Do you want mayo?
Yes, that was the agreement, is you are going to give us mayonnaise. We're
Yeah.
hoping.
Okay, here you go. I'm just gonna zoom on down and
These
leave
rat
the
boys take this 55-gallon drum of spicy mayonnaise mixed with chemical X and just start bathing in it. Like really, just like it's like The Outsiders, and they're just like pushing their hair back in it. They're getting more and more human as they eat it.
Wow, incredible!
Like more human. Like take the human and crank it up like 30%.
I need to go. Goodbye.
What does Alpert look like?
Albert is the hottest mouse man that you've ever seen in your life. He has impeccably flawless skin. He looks like the vampire Lestat. Like the
Well,
Stuart
the
Townsend
original
version.
or the new?
I would say the Stuart Townsend version from Queen of the Damned.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like he's doing all right for himself, really. Says the top hat in the sky.
I'm going to look at Alpert and say, Alpert, you're much too old for me. Thank you so much for everything that you've done. I set you and the other rat humans free. It's been real, but I have other rats to rule over now.
Absolutely. I appreciate all of the mayonnaise and the camaraderie.
Wait, Alpert, are you also the announcer?
I mean,
You
I've been talking
stinky
like this
little rat.
most of the time.
Wow.
Also, I'm a human. I don't know how taxes work. And he starts walking off in a direction. He's like, I guess I'm human now. This isn't going to have rippling consequences on the economy. Scratch.
Just did a bad thing.
Did I? Oh. I regret the
Scratch.
thing I did. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
You find yourself surrounded by adults that have now been changed back into mere mortals from rats and mongoose and geese and reindeers. And they say, that was the coolest thing I have ever seen in my life. You just like got super Fire Force hot and you went inside that thing and it went swoosh, and then you walked out and you like moonwalked through the sky, leaving a trail of fire behind. That's so freaking cool.
Scratch looks at everybody and he's like, I mean, hey.
And
There's a
also
lot of this.
surprisingly chill.
Yeah, hey, yeah. Well, you know, he doesn't know how to handle this. Like he wants the attention. Now he has it, and he's like, I don't know what to do with my hands.
Simultaneously, on the other side of town, Blythe, as you're cleaning up and they're just like getting mayonnaise bits off of you and the remnants of rubble from the technological suit that Dilton was wearing, a bunch of your the fellow citizens around town come up to you and say, you know what? You get a gold star because you did something incredibly impressive and super cool. That kid really needed just the tiniest smidgen of Cartoon Network violence applied in the general direction, and you did that. And good for you, Blythe. Good for you. Gold star. And they literally put a sticker on your dress.
Blythe gets kind of like all shy and doesn't know what to do, and like does the like little head twirl and is trying to act cool about it, but can't contain the like overwhelming sense of pride. And then does the like kick the dust in the air, but she's like levitating, so it doesn't actually kick anything, and a little bit of mayonnaise like flings off of her foot.
I like it. With that, Minnie, as everybody heads back to the daycare, nap time has come, and you look up at the big translucent clock in the sky that Professor Mayer put in place not just last year. So no matter where you look at it from town, you can always see a digital clock just floating there in the sky. It's amazing. Sometimes, the sun hits it and it blinds some people that are driving, but the traffic's very manageable in this city, as we've canonically established.
Ooh.
And it is not 10 minutes to nap time still. You are very efficient in sussing things out and getting back to your school. That is still kind of angled at a weird slant, but it'll do.
Can Minnie just push the building back flat?
You are all canonically super strong, and it does not even take a roll. You're like, poof. Stranger things have happened.
Mm-hmm. Just Minnie takes her blankie, just flicks it out, and like shakes off all the dirt and grime on it, and then just drapes it softly over herself as she just immediately conks out.
With a slight fragrance of rat, lulling you to sleep, Minnie finally made it to nap time. Kit has made a human friend. Lucretia St. James has been treated like a grown-up by their parental unit. Blythe managed to impress everyone by doing something super cool. And Scratch showed off their powers in the most dope way possible. It's been a pretty good day. And it's an excellent way to buffet yourself against the impending doom that you feel in the bottom of your tummies. As you get back to the daycare and you find all of your classmates have reverted back to where they were again. And just in the nick of time, as you arrive, a substitute teacher has taken over both of the classes, as Miss Bellum and the mean teacher Womp 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 have called it early today because they both had something to do. You still have an hour left of kindergarten before making your way home. What do you do?
Well, we didn't actually get to take our naps except for Minnie.
Minnie's still asleep, like.
I'm a big kid. I don't need a nap.
I am going to go over to where Minnie is sleeping, and I'm going to wrap her blanket around her, burrito her, and tuck her in, because I promised that I would keep her blanket safe.
I love it. What about Lucretia?
Well, I know that I don't need a very long nap. Just 10 minutes and then I'm good to go because I'm an adult.
You got
And
the
so,
compact. It's a
mhm,
good time.
yes. And so she's going to set an alarm for all of her siblings because we still have to get clean. And she's already clean because she didn't have to really do too much. And that was the plan the entire time. But everyone else, nasty. There's mayo. Weird. Mayo and rats. So she's setting an alarm. And when the alarm goes off, she will make sure to be the adult in the family and make sure everyone takes their baths or showers or whatever it is that we do at the school.
They're called wet wipes. They come in a box. And
Yeah,
you just like, you do the thing and then you flush them.
got some schmutz.
Yeah. We go through 6,000 of them a day. Welcome to parenthood. Kit, nap time hits, and Dilton has not stopped holding your hand.
Dilton, if you want, you can take a nap by me, but I gotta have both of my hands for holding on to my stuffy when I sleep. But it's been nice being your friend for the last hour.
Oh, absolutely. I'm down with that. And he like looks at his hand and he blushes a little bit and he goes and like lays down on one of the one of the cots, and it's like, and the audience sees like his eyes are just like wide open and he's sweating as everybody else takes a nap, and he's just like, I made a friend. I made a friend. I made a friend. I hope they don't like ballet. He's working through some stuff.
And in my mind, I'm just like going through the awesome rap montage that has happened and how much I love ballet now and how I cannot wait to get into ballet and cannot wait to just like become a part of the rap ballet in the underground.
I love it.
Blythe, what about you? You don't look like Scratch anymore.
Yeah, so Blythe is sitting on her cot, and she snuck a piece of paper and some crayons, and while everyone's trying to sleep, she's drawing kind of the events of today. So she's got her and all of her siblings, and there's like a bunch of rats, and in the middle there's like the Nutcracker with Professor Mayor kind of in the middle, and she's just like super happy, and she's telling herself like, I'm just gonna give this to my parental figure when we get home, and it doesn't matter whether it's our teacher or the bad teacher that he's having his date with, like, or they're having the date with, because I'm happy to be part of this family. And it kind of like, wrap up the day in this like happy atmosphere. And the drawing is incomprehensible, like, to be clear, like you cannot really understand anything that's there, but there's the right colors. So like the pink for Kitty, and everyone else's colors are all kind of represented in this picture, so you can sort of decipher what it is, but it's kind of hard.
I like it. What about Scratch?
Like in a corner, shirt completely cindered at the bottom, headphones on, like
Guy
this.
Fieri shirt. Flames
just
from the bottom.
headphone on like this in the corner of one of those play mats, just howling to the moon. Just knocked out.
I love it. Some time passes, and you find yourselves donning your backpacks and leaving the 5 holes that are cut into the ceiling for you to go whoosh like a rainbow out of, just like you do from your home at any given time. Traffic is manageable, and you're fairly confident that the mean teacher is going to be there right on time, as planned. And you open the door to your home. It crashes open. Where's Professor Mayor? Professor Mayor's not there. What's going on? And you search, and you head out to the backyard. There's a swing set and a nice little picnic table set with an umbrella set up. And before you see Professor Mayor laughing, giggling, having an amazing time. And on his left, looking impeccably dressed, with long red knee-high boots, a curly black mustache, and slicked back black hair, the mean teacher, giggling, sipping lemonade, having an amazing time. And on the right, Miss Bellum, in an impeccable red and pink pinstripe suit. Heels are still fashionable. A giant mop of ginger hair, concealing anything amounting to a face. What is this? This is madness! And Professor Mayor says, children, it's time for parent-teacher interviews. Please come sit down, wash up, we'll be having dinner soon.
At the house? They do it at the house now?
Yeah, parental unit, I thought that this was like a sanctuary, that we were supposed to be calm, cool, and collected while we were in the confines of our own home.
Where's my award?
You go to a very bespoke school that warrants house calls from time to time.
a doctor.
Just points head up, screams.
I've got a gallon of mayonnaise that says otherwise.
Scratch joins in the scream. Seems like a good time to do it.
With that, the camera pans to the sky, and we close out another day of adventure for our generic town of Generica and its 4 childlike superheroes made from science, magic, snips, snails, puppy dog tails, sugar, spice, and everything nice. Who knows what their futures have in store? Tune in next time to find out. And we pan to a close.
We're done.
Wowee.
Yay!
Well, my
Wait,
friends.
Well, hold on. I have a request. James, back in that voice, can you say roll that beautiful bean footage?
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Yes. Okay.
I'm just gonna say I said that in using the megaphone like on our last stream as well. It just kind of happened.
Yes.
I do that a lot.
Love that.
Incredible.
You're welcome.
Before we scoot on out of here and fly off into the night for our own house calls with our parents and teachers, let us tell the people who we are and where they can find us. Let's start with Darby.
Hi, hello, my name is Darby, otherwise known as Chaotic Darby on the internet. You can find me most places with that handle, except for TikTok, which I think is chaotic_Darby, which is very annoying. I do stuff and things. I'm a AP performer, community manager, game designer, possum, and all around menace of the web. And if you want to see me do stuff or write for you or do something, you can hit me up in my DMs in Blue Sky, preferably. I'm trying to move off of the bad place and into the blue sky above or something. I refuse to call those posts those skeets. That's silly. That's a little too far. But yeah, let me know. Someone else.
And
Popcorn.
we're gonna popcorn to Ian.
Woo! Hey everybody, I'm Ian, or your boy Big on all social media. Of course, I played Scratch today, which was amazing. This was so much fun. If you want to know what I'm doing next, just follow me on all socials. Like I said, it's your boy Big everywhere, YABOIBIG, to see what I'm doing next. And yeah, also if you don't like my face but don't mind hearing my voice, you can go to podcast streaming platforms, to the Fang Gang podcast, where we put out the final episode of the San Diego by Night, so that's there to listen to. And we're getting into some other stuff, and of course on Spotify at the Heart is the Dungeon AP audio drama as well. Popcorning it over to Ava.
Well, hello, my darlings and dears. It's your Madam Ava here. You can follow me anywhere at Madam Ava Couture. I'm still on that hellscape site of Twitter because he won't bully me off. I will go down with the ship. But I'm also everywhere at Madam Ava Couture. You can find me tomorrow over on Folk and Myth for some vampire, and then on Wednesday for some vampire on Girls of These Worlds. And then on Saturday, you can find me over at Entropy Emporium for Invisible Sun, and it's going to be a delightful time. Find me anywhere, and I'll see you when I see you. Mwah. To Matt.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks everybody for this game. It was a lot of fun. I'm Matt, roll_play_chat on all socials. And yeah, over there I do role play games and like interviews and talk show style podcasting stuff. So if you're into that kind of thing, come find me wherever you do podcasting or on all the socials, roll_play_chat. Thanks again for doing this, Jess, and thanks for running the game, James. Maybe I'll popcorn it over to James.
Sure. I'm James, sometimes known as Ramshackle Wizard on the internet. I run Logomancy Media. You can find us on all socials at Logomancy Media, or on Blue Sky, just at Logomancy, because it's a new enough site that I didn't have to circumvent somebody already having the handle. You can catch me running the Roll for Beer podcast bi-weekly over on our channel on Monday and Wednesday nights. We run our TTRPG showcase, where we take 4 random players and run them through a random system every 4 weeks, and we just kind of cycle it through because the TTRPG industry is hard enough without us all streaming on the same nights and never getting to work together. So here we are for that. I'm also right in the middle of fundraising for Roll for Wishes for all of October and November. I look after Make-A-Wish International's TTRPG division, and we have a number of games still left over for the month of November, fundraising for kids who desperately need it around the world. If you want to check that out, you can check out logomancy.ca/RFW, and there's a big shared calendar of the 200 TTRPG creators that we have all playing in games on their own channels across the board fundraising. So that's me in a nutshell. In a couple of weeks, you can find me on the D&D Shorts YouTube channel. We're going to be playing a sequel fundraising game in the style of Bluey, running 5 creators through a Bluey-themed D&D game. So I'll popcorn it up to Jess to take us out.
All right, that's me, my friends. Thank you all so much for joining, whether you were a viewer or whether you were playing. This was so much fun, and I am so glad that we got to do this. I really appreciate you running the game for us, James, to Ava, Matt, Ian, and Darby for playing. To everyone who donated, thank you so much. We raised $325 tonight for Project Hope, and we still have $100 left of our matching gift over the next few days. So if you can't donate now, but you can donate between now and the end of the weekend, please do, because you will get entered in to win a $50 gift card to Heartbeat Dice. With that being said, we also have the TTRPG auction that is going on right now to support Project Hope. There are multiple art commissions that you can get, multiple metal sets of dice from Die Hard Dice. There are different TTRPGs, there's nerdy clothing. There's so many cool things that can help you get started on your holiday shopping for either yourself or for someone you love. So please support an amazing cause while also getting some cool things in return. With that being said, I can't think of anything else that I have to plug. Oh, somebody just donated. Thank you so much, James. I really appreciate it. If you like the intersections of TTRPGs and charity, you can follow my Substack, Chara TTRPGs, where I talk about all of the upcoming TTRPG fundraising that I'm going to be doing over the month and over the years. With that being said, we are going to get ready to raid into Julie CL, but I want to say that I hope you all have a great rest of your day. I hope you take charge of the rats in your life and give them some mayonnaise. So be safe, wash hands, don't eat paste, and have a great rest of your night. Bye!